Oh yeah. Oh, look at this lot, look. Yes! It's very clear this side, luckily. Hello.
Keep breathing. Get your Wim Hof on.
Yeah. And we're off. Look at this lovely weather for a Sunday afternoon walk out on the moors and a cold water dip in the river. Wait there. So I have made a video of my little trip of a December walk over the moors with a bunch of friends to go cold water swimming in the river. But before we get onto that video, I thought I'd run you through some facts, some scientific backed facts about cold water swimming, cold dipping, cold plunging, winter swimming, cold water exposure, whatever you want to call it, and a little bit of helpful advice for people that are just getting into it. Luckily, I've just finished listening to one of Dr. Rangan Chatterjee's podcasts, which had Dr. Susan Soberg, I think that's how it's pronounced, on there, and she is an expert on cold water exposure. A quick disclaimer: if you have any underlying medical conditions, please seek medical advice before taking part in cold water exposure, although the chances are that cold water exposure will help you with those medical conditions, but you'll have to do some research first. Never swim alone if you're going cold water swimming, and if you're new to it, ease yourself in gently. And even if you are a seasoned cold water swimmer, you should never stay in the water too long. How long is too long? It is very hard to say because everybody is different. Again, you'll have to judge that for yourself, but it can be very dangerous. So what is actually happening when you expose yourself to the cold? The cold exposure triggers the release of neurotransmitters and hormones in the brain and the body. Many potential great side effects come from this. Basically, it activates the fight or flight response, triggering our sympathetic nervous system, releasing noradrenaline and other chemicals into the body. Full list of benefits from this I will go over in a minute. First of all, I'd just like to speak about something that is overlooked a bit more when it comes to cold water exposure, and that is brown fat. Brown fat? What is that, you say? The brown fat, as its name implies, is a fat we have in our body. It is a brown fat, as opposed to white fat, which is most of the fat that our body holds, the kind of fat that will make you obese. Brown fat, however, is the body's main response to cold exposure. There's two ways the body can heat itself up. That is with the muscles or brown fat. Brown fat will be able to heat the body a lot quicker than muscles can. Basically, brown fat burns glucose in the blood, so sugar from the blood, and fat to create heat in the body. So brown fat is a good thing to have. It increases your metabolism and it helps against lifestyle diseases such as diabetes. The more brown fat you have, the more comfortable you will be getting into the cold. And if you don't have much brown fat, that's fine, because your body can make it just by being exposed to the cold. The more cold exposure you have, the more brown fat your body will create. But even just a small amount of cold exposure, so not even in water, so by sleeping in a cooler room or not having your heating on at home as much, going outside in a t-shirt, all of that will stimulate the body to start creating a bit more brown fat. The colder you expose yourself to, and for longer times, the more brown fat your body will create. So brown fat is a healthy thing to have. So, some benefits of cold water exposure. I mean, there's short-term and long-term benefits. Physically, It can improve the cardiovascular health of your body, so reduce blood pressure and cholesterol levels, which will help to a whole host of other diseases. It can boost the immune system and reduce the risk of all diseases and the risk of infection. It can reduce inflammation and muscle and joint soreness. It can also reduce many other localized pains. Mentally, it can help reduce depression. It's a big one that people talk about. It can increase your resilience to stress. It may increase brain function and protect against neurodegenerative diseases, for example, Alzheimer's. In the short term, it will increase endorphins and dopamine for that feel-good factor, which apparently lasts much longer than if you get that from less natural sources, such as drugs like cocaine. Basically, cold water exposure has a whole host of benefits, physically and mentally, in the short term and the long term, and almost no drawbacks. The main drawback is that it's hard to start with. It is cold. It's cold, it's hard, and people don't like it. So this brings me on how you should start with cold water exposure if you are new to it. You don't have to be by the sea or a lake or a river. It's pretty easily accessible to everyone. One of the best ways to start is with cold showers. So at the end of your shower, just turn the temperature to full coldness for maybe 10 seconds before you get out. Again here, I'm trying to show that you should ease yourself into it. So maybe 10 seconds on the first day, maybe 10 or 20 seconds the next day, and build it up gradually. A lot of scientific research shows that you don't really need much more exposure than 30 seconds anyway to reap most of the benefits. So if you can do 30 to 60 seconds, you don't really have to go much further than that. Generally, I like to go either in the sea, in the river, or in a cold water plunge for around 5 minutes. But that's just my preference. How cold does it have to be? So, as I mentioned before, any type of cold exposure is actually good for the body. Anything below the temperature of your skin for some amount of time is a good thing. To reap the greater benefits, and what is actually classed as cold water, is anything below 15 degrees Celsius. So I think in the video, it's around 10 degrees, the river. But for me, anything below 15 degrees down to maybe like 5 degrees is the coldest I've ever been. It kind of all feels the same. It feels freezing. You do get all those benefits at those temperatures. It doesn't have to have ice on the top of the water and be 0 degrees. Do you need to dunk your head? The scientific evidence says no, you don't need to dunk your head. Again, I like to, but most people tend not to dunk their head under the water. There is some evidence to back that plunging rather than showers, so going right under the water, say up to your neck or to your shoulders, does have some additional benefits as to just going in the shower. But like I said, most of the benefits you can still get from a cold shower. After cold water exposure, just heat yourself up slowly or naturally. Just get dry, put on clothes. If you are still really cold, maybe do a little bit of exercise or drink a hot drink. Don't heat yourself up too quickly, it can be dangerous. I hope some of that was useful. If you have any questions, drop a comment below and I'll get back to you with what I believe is the most up-to-date, scientific backed information. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Here's the pub. Black Venus. This is Dave's favourite pub. Oh no, it's someone else actually. Dave's favourite, not Black Venus. So we're at the car park on Exmoor. I forgot to bring my shoes for walking in, and I forgot to bring a jacket. Although Connie's brought me a jacket, a lovely well-used jacket. I'm just gonna have to jump over the puddles to keep my feet dry, or go barefoot after in the pub when we go for lunch, or go barefoot on the walk on the way. That's my three options. Still debating which is the best, but it is raining. Well, it's drizzling, isn't it? It's misty, but I would say it's warm, wouldn't you?
Could be warmer.
It's
not bitter.
even the car park's like too muddy to go tromping around in trainers.
And I have to be a dry row wanker because Tom's wearing no coat.
So this is the walk. Here's the crew. Got Martha, Lou, Connie, Kyla and Ben. Following the river by the looks of it to a little swim spot. Ben, what's this called? Cow. Cow Castle. I thought someone was going to fall over. I'm banking on I'm banking on Martha falling over. No. Well, getting out of the sea? No. Well done, mate. I mean... What are some tips for cold water swimming? If you're a first time, breathe.
Breathe and pray. Oh, look at this lot, look. Yes!
Lou, why do you cold water dip?
Because it makes me feel like I'm vibrating with energy.
Oh, really? Yeah? Yeah? What? While you're in there, when you get out?
When you get out.
Yeah.
Tingle, tingle. Bending it into the depth of cold. Or you can enter this lovely little ramp here.
Lovely, yeah. Let's do the lovely option.
You got your little thermostat.
Boots and gloves. How cold is it?
9.4 degrees. Which is normally out by about 1 degree, so it could be in place.
That's positively balmy.
Oh, I see, Lee. Just jump off the tree. Fuck yes.
I'd ride it.
Tarzan style.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
I think being in that close is worse. You just got to do long breath.
You're not dying, I promise.
Yeah, it's only about sliding. Oh, there you go. Thought you were going to do a double backflip in there. Tom, I'm disappointed.
It's not pain, your brain's lying to you.
What's been the whole
And
thing?
then once you go under,
Carla,
you've
you
got
got to
to
go
breathe
to the
through
cold or the cold comes to you.
Yeah, yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Fuck yeah. Breathe through it.
Breathe, deep.
Breathe, that's it. Deep breaths. Yeah, girl.
Breathe in. Slow it, slow it.
Yeah.
Slow it, relax.
Nothing's happening. You
Relax
are
the muscles.
alive. We did
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you got it.
Come on, Con. Connie's face.
Go on, Cody.
Whoa.
Oh, mate, where are you over here?
Concentrate on the breath.
Connie.
Connie's next. Come on, Nips. Let's get in. You're doing it, Connie. You're doing it. Look at us. Bunch of legends.
It's carousel as well. Can't feel my middle.
That's the good thing about it when it's cold. River is not easy.
That's it.
How long do you have to stay? I'm getting out in a minute. I'm getting out shortly. I just need to close.
You have the arms on, I fucking hate.
Look around me. Look at this. Woo. My toes. Moving down. Yeah. Oh, he's done that.
Something's fully under the water.
Wait, let's all gather, because the camera's on, right? Yeah. Okay, gather, gather. There it is. Fake smile. Woo! Fake smile.
On the count of 3.
1, 2, 3. Woo! I'm having such a nice time.
Oh, you gotta climb out on the tree. There is a balance to it. There is one bit where you kind of like, yeah, good. But then, yeah, it's just if you linger there too long.
Yeah, my body's like on fire. Yeah. That's what I like.
Chill
That,
blades.
that Energizer Bunny, like.
Well, yeah, you gotta do the horse now. You're like,
Okay.
all that stuff.
I'm currently trying to horse into my road.
Horse into your road.
I hope I don't fall in now. Towel.
Yeah.
I love that he's got a water temperature on.
I was just gonna shine it on everyone, see what temperature we are.
Oh, yeah. Our skin temperature.
Moon's 13 degrees.
Get up to that little rapidlet. Huh? Did you go up there before?
Oh, Connie, your neck is 28 degrees.
Yeah, so I
You're gonna
stayed,
go down the water.
I stayed in like 10 seconds.
Your calf is 14 degrees though. Drop it. See it literally drop it by the second.
So put it on my toe.
Your calf is 10 degrees.
What's my toe?
10 degrees. Yeah.
Oh.
15.